Mr. Spear, I remember like we were in the trucking business growing up, and I was in New York one night. We were in the sleeper asleep, and the truck started shaking. And all of a sudden we go back, and they've cut the lock, and they're stealing out the back of the truck. But now it sounds like it's almost, and it's a technological advantage for the criminal element, right? So how do they reroute this? Is that something they're doing with the GPS system, or how are they sending these trucks? Do they look official, and then they send them an email and say, hey, you're going here? How does that happen?
Yeah, hackers will get into the systems, bill of ladings. They can see, actually, the most expensive cargo. That's what's different here. It's not just a hit or run and we roll the dice that we get something valuable. They know what's in the truck. It could be pharmaceuticals, it could be munitions, it could be a whole host of things that we don't want criminals to even know is in the truck. You can see that when you get into the system. And they double broker. They work with brokers. They are a facade. They're going as a legitimate motor carrier. But they're a front, they're a false front, and they intervene in that process as the broker is handling the freight from the shipper to the motor carrier. They pose as a false carrier, basically.
So will they take it to a dock or a warehouse somewhere normally, or?
Yeah, it'll move in generally multiple states. These are products that often end up going overseas. Energy drinks, they're banned in multiple countries. Didn't know that, actually.
It's like Coors beer used to be banned, and the Smokey and the Bandit, they would move them east in the state. But
growing up in Wyoming, I can understand.
You know all about that.
Yes, I do. Energy drinks, they put them on the black market in these banned countries. It's a very sophisticated crime. It's not just the hit and run type of crime that we're familiar with for the last 100 years. This is, a very crypto-driven criminal activity that's done overseas, well above.
Yeah, I was in New York that night. They stole shrimp out of our reefer unit. But, the thing was, they didn't know what was in it. I'm amazed now that they actually get the bill of lading and know what they're stealing.